Hello, welcome to MTG Pro Tutor. I'm Sean Penrod, your host, and we're diving into this Khans of Tarkir booster pack. I'm really hoping for a fetch land because I got one when we first started Khans of Tarkir, and I'm really excited to get a few more. So let's see, take out the marketing card, take out our land, and then look at our rare. Alright, hey cool, we have a foil Icy Blast. So Icy Blast is really good because what it does is you can tap X creatures. And if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Totally awesome, total lockdown, great control. The fact that it's foil is just a straight up bonus. So I like this card. I think it's really good and limited. I mean, just think, when you're at parity, you top deck this, you probably have a big creature on the board, you tap down all your opponents, and then boom. I mean, you could swing for the win 2 turns in a row. That is incredible. Alright, our non-foil rare is Trail of Mystery. Look at all those morph creatures. That's pretty cool. So this is an enchantment for 2 mana. When a face-down creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So every time you play a morph, you get a land into your hand. That's kind of nice. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So it just makes your morphs that much bigger. So that's actually really good because morph is so relevant here in limited. So that's man, what a tough choice between Icy Blast and Trail of Mystery. I think Icy Blast is a little more relevant. I think you get a little more use out of it. I'll take the Icy Blast over the Trail of Mystery. But if we didn't have the Icy Blast, I would most likely take this card because morphs are so big and so useful in Khans of Tarkir. So, moving on through the rest of the pack, we have Salt Road Patrol, which is a 2/5 for 4 mana with Outlast. We have Scaldkin, which is a 2/2 for 4 mana, and for 3 mana you can sack it and deal 2 damage to target creature or player. Oh, and it does have flying, so that's kind of nice. Aerostorm, for 5 mana, deal 4 damage, and if you attack this turn, the raid triggers, and you deal 5 damage that can't be prevented. Mardu Horde Chief, a 2/3 for 3. That's very useful. It can block and attack into morphs. And as long as they don't have the mana to turn them face up, then this guy's going to come out on top. And if you attack with a creature this turn, when you play it, you get another warrior, a 1/1 warrior. Ooh, Hooting Mandrels, very good. If you're green, you're going to want to have a Hooting Mandrels. If you're not Delve, you're going to want to have a Hooting Mandrels because it's good to have 1 or 2 Delve cards in your deck if you're not running like a Sultai deck. If you're running like a Sultai deck, you're going to want a bunch of Delve cards and a bunch of Delve enablers. But if you just say Abzan, you can throw in 1 or 2 Delve cards and you're good to go. And this is a great one to throw in because it's a 4/4 trample and you can get this card as cheap as green. Alright, Rite of the Serpent. So this is a 6 mana removal spell, which is kind of where we're at these days with limited. So that's why when things come along like Murderous Cut, which is 5 mana removal, which can come all the way down to 1 mana removal with Delve, they really shine. Because 6 mana removal is kind of where we're at. Scout the Borders is an excellent Sultai deck enabler. Alright, if you are going Sultai, you're going to want Scout the Borders because it gives you a creature or a land and puts the rest in your graveyard. Alright, you look at 5 cards, you get 1, and the rest go into your graveyard. So you're going to get 1 card into your hand, and then 4 cards plus this one go into your graveyard. That's 5 cards that go into your graveyard. Man, you better believe that you can start casting some Delve cards real early on when you're casting Scout the Borders. Jeskai Banner. So the banners are all right. People use them in their 5-color decks. However, I much prefer to play a morph card on turn 3 than playing a banner. The Kiru Dreadmaw is a 4/4 defender for 5 mana. I'm not a big fan. Master the Way is a 5 mana sorcery where you draw a card, and Master the Way deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Ooh, Abzan Charm. This is the best of the charms. What this does is you get to pick 1, either exile target creature with power 3 or greater, draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life, or distribute 2 +1/+1 counters on target on 1 or 2 target creatures. So that's great. This is the best charm out of all 5. If we didn't have such good rares, this would be my pick. And Heir of the Wilds is also good because It is a 2/2 for 2, so already that's good. Already it's a bear, and bears are historically playable in limited. And then it has Death Touch, so that's even better. And then on top of that, if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, it gets +1/+1, so making it 3/3 Death Touch. Yeah, so he's just great. So we had some pretty good cards here. The top ones for sure: Heir of the Wild and Abzan Charm. And then our Hooting Mandrills is up there. And then Trail of Mystery and Icy Blast. So I'm going to take one of these rares. I'm going to take the Icy Blast, again, because I really like the... it's just so strong. To shut down your opponent's defenses for 2 turns in a row is not hard to set up, because it's easy to get creatures with power 4 or greater in this set, or when you're drafting. So I'm going to take Icy Blast on this one, and yeah, that's that. What would you do? Please leave a comment below, and let's learn together. I'm Sean Penrod, and I'll see you in the next pack.